and the Swag Man.
Let's
and
hit it there.
Craigie's the one you can hear getting the snacks out of the cupboard right now. I mean, Swag Man, not Cranky. Damn it. That'll do.
How's that for time? And actually sit down in the chair as the music stops. That is skills.
Very good, very good. That is skill. Hang on a sec, I can hear some drama going down.
That's all right. You do what you got to do. How's it going, people? Welcome to another episode. Happy Australia Day. We've had a big, long weekend. So we had the Saturday, the Sunday, and the Monday off. Now,
What are you talking about? Every day's a long weekend for you.
Well, for me, because I'm retired, but you know, I'm a home dad, so sort of like retirement. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is retirement day, and Monday and a Friday is child day.
Yeah, I've got the day off. I have some things I had to go and take care of, and they are currently being taken care of. So I'm waiting on that phone call. But you've had a much more interesting phone call to deal with today, haven't you?
Oh, mate, I have been dealing since the 16th of January behind the scenes. I've been dealing with Afterpay. Now, for those that don't know who or what Afterpay is like your pay now, pay later type service. You go buy a product, you tap your Afterpay card, or you buy something online, and it gets split over 4 installments. It's like PayPal in 4. You pay it over 4 installments.
A bit like a credit card for people.
Almost like
a credit card.
Yeah, pretty much. Which now the government has made it a reporting agency. So if you've got Zip or Afterpay, that now goes on your credit rating, which is great for me because I love things on Afterpay and I love paying it off in full.
Yeah.
But recently, I had a transaction, and how that transaction on my Afterpay account happened was I seen this great thing online, Facebook, and as most of us do, we get scanned by lovely little adverts. It was 10 kilos of lollies for $5 that were heavily discounted because of a Australia Day special. So I thought, well, I'll order 50 kilos of it. Like 50 kilos of lollies, and I'll hand them out.
Of lollies.
Yeah, so it was $5 for 10 kilo bucket. I thought, brilliant, I'll do that, and I'll do it that way. Now, when I'd done it and made the order, it didn't take me through the normal Afterpay process, which is when you make an order online, you have to log in, and it will ask you for your password when you click on something for your Afterpay.
Yeah.
It didn't do this. It straight away said order placed. I instantly knew that, in the coming days, there was going to be a fraudulent transaction on my Afterpay account. So, of course, I rang Afterpay. This would have been maybe the 13th. Rang Afterpay and I said, look, I've just been scammed. I've realized right at the end I've been scammed. What do we do? This is who it'll be. They said, we just got to wait for them to make a transaction, then we can block them and cancel them off.
Yeah.
I was like, great, perfect, sounds straightforward. It's not so straightforward. The person that they are impersonating is Amazon. Now, thinking, I order a lot of things from Amazon, you'd think nothing of it. Oh, I must have ordered something and it's finally been shipped. No, it has not. No, it was not Amazon. These people are pretending to be Amazon. So they have got a business, and when they've signed up with Afterpay, they've obviously, we're Amazon.
So they've called themselves Amazon.
Themselves Amazon.
Anyone can do that. Anyone can.
And they've used the lovely little tick motion to try and say we're Amazon, the little smiley face. And obviously, I've got and logged into my Amazon account. I've looked at my transactions. There's not one order underneath $50 on my account. Because you got to spend a certain amount on there anyway to get Amazon to ship anything, or they charge you a higher excess in shipping. Now, obviously I've contacted Amazon, I've contacted Afterpay. Afterpay says, oh, give them this order ID number. So I do that. Amazon then send an email back to confirm our phone call that this order ID does not exist. Afterpay then say, oh, send them this internal transaction ID number. They'll be able to track it.
Yeah.
Amazon only uses numbers up to 489, 502, 501 for their order IDs. This order ID was 1KHTWZ1RY, blah, 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 blah. You could tell it was a scam. Looking at the order itself, there is no contact number. The link, when you go to click on it, actually says if you continue, you're clicking on a scam link that this is not Amazon, rah, rah, rah. You would think Afterpay would just shut it down and go, okay, this is a scam, we'll clear it off your account. No. We are now 15 days, if not longer, almost. So the 16th of January, I made Amazon Afterpay aware. Amazon sent a second email stating the second transaction ID number is not Amazon, that this is a scam fraudulent transaction. Should be an open and shut case, right? Afterpay turn around and go, oh, sorry, it's definitely Amazon. I'm sitting there going, you what? I've just now spent 15 days dealing with this crap, but I've just also spent the last hour on the phone to the Afterpay fraud team, because this morning I told the customer team at Afterpay that I have contacted AFCA, and all of a sudden their bumholes went to a tiny little 1 cent piece, and they went,
AFCA, of course, being
the Australian Financial Complaints Agency.
Yeah.
So they're the people you go to when you have disputes you have to deal with banks or financial services like Zip or Afterpay. AFCA have confirmed that they've received my complaint. Afterpay this morning, that's what I was going on. Afterpay this morning turned around and said, oh, we'll have to freeze your Afterpay account while we investigate. And I said, said, what are you talking about? How hard is it to look at 2 emails from Amazon and you can quite clearly see that this transaction was not made by me? Amazon have confirmed that it is a fraudulent scammer that has attempted to impersonate Amazon.
It was not made through Amazon either.
And it was not made through Amazon. And they confirmed this in this email.
So how hard is it for them to go, well, this is obviously a scam, so we're going to give this guy's money back. Let's not worry right now about who actually scammed him. Let's worry about the fact that we scammed him. They're not doing that, though.
Yeah, no, they're not doing that. And I mentioned this to AFCA because this guy was an absolute joke. Every corner of the globe of an excuse he could give, he tried to give. Now, it all comes to make sense when I tell you this next part. So I spoke to the Australian Financial Complaints Agency, and I spoke to a lady this morning. AFCA have turned around and said that even though Afterpay is a good method of buying and getting things you need, they believe there is certain people within Afterpay that have been compromised by international scammers, and they're receiving a kickback from this situation.
Yeah.
So I was advised to basically be wary of your accounts, constantly change your passwords. It is still able to be used here in Australia because they can't 100% confirm that it is compromised, but there is certainly multiple complaints that are leading to that theory. So it is becoming to a point now where, I've been one of those that have been compromised, that you need to be very careful of what you are buying online. If it looks too good to be true, it probably is. It doesn't matter if they go, it's 80% off. If that item looks like it's $300 and they're saying it's 50% off or $80 off, chances are it's probably a scam, or 80% off, I should say. So stick to the brands that you know, and before you buy something, check the company, research the reviews, which now I will be doing. I don't care what the product is for. I will be waiting. I will research the company. So unless I'm there in store buying something, I won't be using Afterpay unless it's for Bunnings, Barbecue Galore or something like that. A brand that I know that is Australian, that is local. It's quite clear. This was the reason that I hated using Amazon in the first place, which is why I haven't used it for many years. But lately I thought, a lot of security measures have gone in place. Let's use Amazon. So I thought, yeah, bugger it. Let's give it another crack. The minute I've signed up with Amazon again, this happens.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think it's more Afterpay, because, like you said, there are probably people working within Afterpay who have been compromised. They're receiving some kind of kickback. I got scammed a little while back by this company called MyIQ.
Oh yeah.
I did one of those scam IQ tests. The IQ test itself is real enough, but they tell you it's going to cost $1.
Oh yeah.
They tell you it's going to cost $1. That's fine. That's fine. But here's the part that they don't tell you, right? And
the small print.
They do. They do tell you in the fine print right at the very bottom of the page. Okay.
Yes. I've been duped by that. Yep.
Yep. Right at the bottom of the terms and conditions, that they're relying on people to not read, that it says this is a $29 a month recurring subscription.
Yeah. And the only way to get your money back is to contact them directly and say, hey, I canceled this. Why didn't it cancel? And then you get your money back.
I didn't know that this was a subscription. And then they go, no, well, actually, if you read the terms and conditions, and I'm like, who the fuck reads the terms and conditions? Certainly not me. It's not exactly a page turner, this thing.
No.
And they're like, yeah, no, right at the very end, it says there, this is a $29 a month. And I'm like, I've got to get my damn glasses on to see that.
Yeah. See, this is where AFCA can get involved with things like that. Because if they are deliberately manipulating and not making it very clear that this is a subscription service, and they're making it in the very small fine print, they can actually get done by AFCA for providing a service that is to mislead or gain financial deception.
Yeah. I didn't bother getting my money back from them. As it happens, I paid that $1 through Zip anyway.
Yes.
So I just paid the $29 back to Zip, and I closed my Zip account. So good luck getting any money out of that now.
Yeah, that's it. I would have just said, hey, I didn't make this transaction. It's false. You can actually get your money back. So that is another way you can go through it.
I tried doing all that, and they did ask me that, and then they're like, oh, do you have any evidence of the transaction? Can you give us a statement? And all that. And I'm like, this is a lot more effort than I'm willing to put in to get fucking not even $30 back. So
yeah,
I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm just closing my account with you. Good luck.
Yeah, and that's all. Look at this. Hang on.
Yeah. What's up?
So I've just received an email. Sorry.
Yep.
Received an email from Afterpay, and I'm reading this for the first time. I'm going to share it with you guys. My name is Ebony, and I'm responsible for managing your AFCA complaint here at Afterpay. I'm confirming that we have received your complaint filed with AFCA, and Matthew will be working on resolving this for you. I understand that your concern relates to the most recent Amazon order made on your account. We would love to have a chat regarding this and try resolving this issue with you. Would you prefer to communicate via email or over the phone? Please note AFCA and FDRS have requested that we resolve your complaint by the 17th of the 2nd. While we anticipate being able to assist you sooner, we require time to investigate your claim first. Once we have investigated, we will reach out to you and provide you with a resolution. If you have any additional information you would love to share with us, please feel free to respond to this.
Yep.
Over the phone and email. Please call me now. ? Let's see. Please also see attached evidence. Let's do that. All right. So, yeah, this is the kind of stuff I've been dealing with when it comes to Afterpay. And it is a damn headache. They are very useless. They have caused so much stress that is undue stress. They have no idea how to manage a complaint, let alone manage a transaction that's clearly fraudulent. It has been a very long process to deal with these guys.
Oh, look, anytime it comes to getting money back out of these people, it's like getting blood from a stone.
And that's what I mean. Like, they are now only so AFCA obviously received it today because I actually filed it Thursday. Now I didn't know that I didn't hit submit at the end. I thought I had because it gave me a reference number saying confirming this is your reference number. I thought brilliant, that's submitted. So I closed it off. So no, it had not submitted. I only found that out this morning when I called them and say, this is the reference number that you guys gave me. And I thought, well, while I'm on hold, I'll quickly log in and find out why she can't find this account. So I clicked my complaint and it's like, do you want to submit this complaint? Yes. I want to submit. So when she finally came back to the phone, I said, so funny story about me yelling my box off about how I've got this reference number and how can you not find it? Turns out that I didn't hit submit and it gave me the reference number prior to hitting submit. So your system is backwards. And she goes, yeah, we've had a few complaints like that because it actually comes up saying confirmation your complaint has been submitted, but it hasn't. You have to click submit, which is on the form. That's their own process failures.
It's like every time I miss a car payment, which I've probably done twice in the last 3 years, and I call them and I'm like, I don't understand how that could have happened. I mean, I had the money in there. It's definitely in there. It wasn't because I forgot at all.
That's it. And here's the weird thing as well. So I've contacted both Amazon and Afterpay. Now, both of them give you an Australian number to call. I asked the person today on both ends, Amazon and Afterpay. I said, oh, curious, you send me a link to click on and it says you're in New South Wales. Where are you based? Oh, we're in India. Now, that was Afterpay. And I said, so why are you trying to get me to click on a link to believe that you're in New South Wales? Because it says here, operator is in New South Wales. Click that you approve or deny this request.
Okay.
Oh, the server's based in New South Wales.
Right.
But they operate out of India. Amazon is very much the same. You get an Australian number to call, but they are also based out of, you guessed it,
India.
So this is why AFCA is having the conclusion that the scammers are working together.
See, here's the thing, right? That is not actually Amazon and what was the other one? Amazon and Afterpay, right? That's actually Telstra.
Yeah.
Telstra's thing, because Telstra is the one that's giving them these numbers, and then Telstra is the one that provides the call center as well.
Yeah, and then when you're with another provider, now what people don't know is you can be with Vodafone, you can be with Optus, you can be with Boost, whatever network provider you want to be with. Sure, go with them. Here's a fact: Telstra own all the networks. Vodafone have only slowly started buying out the towers, so then they can own the tower. But Telstra effectively own all the towers. So all your reception issues, all your dropouts, all your everything, even though you have to follow the Vodafone or Boost complaint process, speak to their resolutions team, every time they send out a resolution, they have to send it off to Telstra. Telstra have to go to the pit, fix the pit, do whatever they got to do. So it's not Vodafone. So even though you're getting compensation for the dropout or for the harassing phone calls, It's not actually one of those network agencies. It's always Telstra. Telstra are the problem with the network. They own too much of the market, and now they have the monopoly, which is why it's expensive to be with them.
It's not only Telstra. Now, it used to be, but now the infrastructure is owned by Telstra and Optus.
Telstra and Optus, that's
So
correct.
sometimes, the old Telstra box, your little Telstra pit, you'd be walking down the footpath and you'd see the little oblong shape with the Telstra
little
symbol.
Yeah.
Now some of them have the Optus logo on them.
Yeah. So say it's an Optus pit. That's correct.
Yeah. But that's the way it works. I mean, Telstra or Optus now, they own the infrastructure, and then the others.
I bet you Optus is actually regretting taking that over, given all the hacking issues and dropouts they've been having. They're like, "Fuck, we should have just left this to Telstra." They got hacked, and they remember how the dropout happened, and they had all the emergency 911 calls no one could get through, and everyone was blaming Optus for that. Yeah, who they should have been blaming is Telstra and Optus. But they're saying that Optus manages the emergency network, so it was their fault, their problem. I would have straight away just been going, give that back to Telstra. Telstra, you deal with it. I would sell that straight back off. In this day and age, I don't know why anyone would want to be in that kind of field to own, like a Telstra or an Optus. There's too many complaints that go through. There's certainly these people out there that you call serial complainers, that if they lose 1 inch of internet speed, they'll complain and say, I'm paying for 100 and I only got 99. So what most of these companies have been doing now is giving you a bracket. Oh, you will get speeds between this time and this time, but sometimes you'll get a dropout, so they cover themselves. I still wouldn't want to own a company like that.
The Karens of the world.
The Karens of the world, correct.
Well,
but speaking of that, Telstra are worldwide, which is where I was getting with this. Worldwide.
Are they?
Well, they're everywhere. Everywhere you go, you can have Telstra roaming and all this. So Telstra's all over the place. But where I was going with this was the idea of traveling, going to destinations that, you want to go to, but you can't afford, or, that you fear that you'll never get to, and what those reasons are as to why you get there.
Or why you wanted to go.
Or why you wanted to go in the first place. Correct. So I'm eating at the same time. Sorry, people. This is called breakfast.
Oh my. This is lunch.
This is lunch for you, breakfast for me.
It's for Stevie Vanderheiden over there listening in the United States. There's a 3-hour time difference between Swagman and myself. He's having breakfast. I'm having lunch. But
it's only 9:46 a.m. and it's probably 12:46 for you.
12:46 for me.
There you go. But the place I've always wanted to go is New York for Christmas. The only way I feel that I'm going to be able to get there is if I become a flight attendant. Because you get to travel the world
to become a flight attendant.
Yeah, I'm way too tall. I'm 6 foot. I can't be a flight attendant. I have to duck when going into cabins. But they are making aircrafts a lot bigger now. So the Boeings that are coming out now, the new generation of Boeings, are actually a lot bigger in the inside to accommodate for the tall people. So I think it's still going to be a 6 foot limit.
When you get to the point where the air hostess is asking you for help to put the bags up, then you know you're tall.
Yeah, you're way, way, way too tall at that point. You're like, yeah, okay, yeah, thank you.
So you want to go to New York for the proper Macaulay Culkin Home Alone?
That's what I want.
Snowed in Christmas.
That's correct. I wanted to go there. I wanted to see their Christmas show that they put on. My brother-in-law tells me that what you see on Matilda, I think it's called, Miracle on 34th Street, that actually does happen. That parade does actually happen. And it's very big and very long. But That's why I want to go. I want to experience a American snowy Christmas that
Yeah.
you wouldn't normally get to experience here in Australia unless you're up in the snowy mountains or something like that. In
And
which
even
case, you're
then,
going to pay like
mm,
$1,500 to anywhere from $1,500 to $3,000 for a cabin to be
mm,
up there for
mm,
the Christmas period for a couple of days. And it's like, is it really worth spending 1,500 to $3,000 for a couple of days in the snowy mountains when you can spend that
yeah,
same amount and go to New York or
and actually get
America
some quality snow.
and actually get
Because
quality snow and a quality experience of that?
Australian snow, yeah, we get some good snowfall, but also it can be a bit hit and miss each year.
Mm,
You can never predict when it's going to be good.
no.
You can go down there in the middle of winter, like last time I went, middle of winter, bone dry, not a single snowflake.
Wow.
Um, we planned a whole weekend around this, but
So you've really got to wait until the leading up to it, don't you? Which makes it even harder because it
mm,
makes it more expensive. The closer you get to your time, the
mm,
more
mm,
expensive it becomes, or the chance of it selling out is a lot
yeah.
higher.
And
So
that's the other thing, right? Because it snows so much in the northern hemisphere and it snows so little down here. Up
mm,
there, it's just a part of life. Excuse me. It's a part of life. And hot sauce went down the wrong way.
oh yeah, I
It's
hate
a
when that happens.
it's a part of life. So there's no jacking up of hotel prices locally
Mm,
because it's like you can go just about anywhere. Half of the United States experiences snow.
yeah,
That's a lot
exactly.
of landmass.
That it is a
Or
lot.
so by jacking up their prices, they'd be losing competition. They'd be not losing competition.
Losing
Losing
customers.
customers.
Yeah.
Because the customers would be like, I could literally go to almost any other hotel in the country and see the same thing.
Yeah, exactly right.
Mm.
And that's what shits me about Perth, right?
Mm.
So come events like Easter or Christmas or New Year's Eve, all of a sudden hotel prices jacket from what would normally be a $250 room, all of a sudden is now costing you $500-$600. It almost doubles in price because of the demand of the hotel.
Yep.
And
Mm.
I feel like if you're running a business and you're doing that, really you're hurting the consumer and you're hurting your reputation at the same time. So you're only catering to the wealthy that are willing to pay, or the middle class to upper class that are willing to pay that $500-$600. And you might sell out that room
Yeah.
and you might be
Mm.
completely booked out for the season. Congratulations, you've just done it for the season and you've just burnt the rest of the year because you've just burnt every other class of citizen for the rest of the seasons that are they're your
Yeah.
income. You know, your lower to upper lower, I will say, the comfortable people that would normally splurge out during the seasons are going to go, fuck that hotel. They jack their prices up during New Year's Eve. I know I've avoided Crown now. I won't
Yeah.
stay at Crown
Mm.
Towers because I wanted to go there for New Year's Eve. Now, because they jacked their prices up $500 to $600 for a room, I went, fuck Crown. It's not even worth it. Not only do you have to pay that price for the room, on top of the room, you got to pay a $500 bond. So you've actually got to pay more or
Mm.
over
Mm.
$1,000 for the room. You get your bond back. You get your bond back at the end of it, which I think it's rude, it's wrong, and you burn your customer base. Why do you want to hurt your customers when they're your income, they're your source, they're your bread and butter for every other season? Why would you want to just cater to that one little event when you've got the rest of the seasons to go?
The problem
So
is these people only think about the money. They're not in it for the people. Like
yeah,
it used to be a service industry, now it's a money industry.
now it's a money industry, and that's what sucks. But it also gives opportunity to experience the rest of the world, and this is
Mm.
why it makes it hard to travel because when you've got a
Yeah.
family, it's
Mm.
like I always wanted to go to New York or I always wanted to go to South of Africa or something
Mm.
like that. But
Mm.
now I feel like I'm not going to get there because it's not just one ticket. It's not just two tickets. It's three or four or five tickets that we've got to buy. So now a $2,000 trip or a $3,000 trip is a $13,000 trip. So it's like, do you go and get a loan to have this once in a lifetime sort of experience and then spend the next 8 to 10 years paying it off?
Just so you know, your laundry's finished.
Yeah, it is.
I suppose you that's a problem I'm having at the moment because I'm sponsoring my dad and his wife to come over at the end of this year.
There you go.
And yeah, that's $10,000 worth of airfares. That's not including anything like that's not including anything like tourist activities or anything.
Is he going to pay for the tourist activities, or is it you have to also find the dosh for that?
We're probably going to figure something out about that closer to the time.
It's one of these
now,
situations.
I mean, the guy's one of those people that's always been terrible with money. So the reason why he's coming is because I want him to experience this country.
Yeah.
It hasn't really been a goal of his, but I want to see him. I want my kids to meet him at least once before he dies.
Yeah.
And I want him to see some Australian things. I want him to come and see some of the sights that I experience on a day-to-day basis. Whoa!
Look at that dad bod. Yeah.
I'll be dreaming of that tonight. I don't know if they're good dreams or bad dreams.
Oh yeah, those abs. Look at those abby flabs. I call them flabby abs.
No, they're under there somewhere.
They and that's the thing. That's also another thing. Like going completely off topic is. Do you notice how well we used to maintain ourselves prior to meeting someone or, even being married? And we used to be like, I'll go to the gym, go for walks, you keep fit, you look good.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you meet someone and that just slowly, year by year, the standard of keeping yourself fit just dwindles. So I used to be 85 kilos. At my worst, 93. So went into the doctors the other day because I had the endoscope, and I was 95 to 98 kilos on the scale. I was like, I need to start working out again. I've never been this, I feel fat. I've never been this round.
You don't want to know what my scale says.
Because of my height, I've never noticed it. So I still feel like, I'm fit. I still look all right. No. Very much not. I am very much still gaining weight, and I need to lose it, and I need to do something about it fast.
As long as one person still thinks you're sexy.
Well, that's it. That's all that matters. And when they start saying, "Hey, you're getting a bit tubby there," shit. Okay, time to change. I've got a mate of mine. He's a really good mate, practically brothers. Yeah. And he done some bad shit, and he got locked up. While he was locked up, he looked after himself. He was gymming. He was fit. He came out and he looked like $1 million. I tell you what, I was like, fuck, man, you're fucking impressive. Within a couple of months, that was all gone. He's like, I'll never go back to the old ways. That was gone. He's back to being big, stocky, kind of got a bit of weight on him type of bloke now. All of that gym talk and all that was just that talk. Never actually fluctuated. That's one place I'll never want to go. Jail. We'll skip that place altogether.
I mean, I used to go gymming. Used to go to the gym every afternoon. I had a regime.
If I lived over there, and that could be our routine. In the afternoons when you finish work, we go to the gym. That's our thing. That'd be awesome.
But the problem is, once you marry someone and you settle down, and all that time becomes an issue. You've got the kids,
exactly.
You've got the wife, suddenly that spare time that you had to go to the gym that's consumed by your family doing other stuff that you enjoy with them. Especially if you're working long hours and you want to go home and see your wife. She's a priority rather than go to the gym because I used to go to the gym because I had nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Now I've got something else to do.
Yeah, now you got kids, a wife, and you're like, shit, I gotta come home.
And
that's the thing. It's like sacrificing our goals and what we wanted to do with life to where did it come to a point in our lives where we just went, you know what, fuck it, it's time to settle down. We hadn't even completed our travel goals and we're like, fuck it, let's settle down. I want to have family and kids, but I still want to travel. And you think, oh, I can travel with my partner. All of a sudden your partner's pregnant and you're like, shit, now I've got 9 months to travel. Shit, we can't do much. Let's jam it all in. And you start to travel, but you're only traveling locally because, your partner's pregnant.
You're doing the staycation.
You're doing the staycation type travel. Rather than doing your international travel or, I always wanted to be one of these backpackers. I wanted to try backpacking. And do a bit of that internationally, but it's not as forgiving as what it is in Australia. In Australia, you'll always have accommodation if you know where to look, and you've got the ability to work. Now, in America, you have to have working visas. You've got to go through excruciating vet checking, and if you're not a resident, people aren't willing to really give you a job if you're backpacking. It's not like Australia where you can go out to a homestead and go, hey, I want a job. And they're like, fuck yeah, come work with us. Come work on the farm.
Come and pay like for $10 an hour.
Exactly. It's not like that in America. You got to pay your taxes, all that sort of shit. In Australia, you just got so many other opportunities and better ways of doing things. And the way Donald Trump's going at the moment, I just don't know what's sort of going on with him. I can see the play that he's doing. Like he's going for dominance and he doesn't want China or Russia or any other country being able to have dominance. But there's a point in life where you go, is this hurting my own country? Is it hurting the people? Is it hurting the tourists? Are we hurting our income for America or Australia? So we've got Anthony Albanese for Australia and everybody hates him. So people have started to avoid Australia because of all the shit talk that's been going on about Anthony Albanese. And
but you as an Australian, it's almost like a tradition to hate the Prime Minister.
It is. It is almost like a tradition. I don't think we've had in the last decade a good Prime Minister that has stepped foot in because they've all done the same.
They're all in it for the money.
Because people are stupid. Because they only vote for the two party. Instead of going, let's look at the ballot paper. Let's vote for Pauline Hanson. Or let's vote for the agricultural people or something like that. They just go, oh, well, we had Labor this year round. Let's vote Liberal. Or vice versa. Oh, we had Liberal this time. Let's vote Labor. But instead of
the swinging voters, they call them swinging voters.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of just being normal, like just look at what's going on and look at all the parties. It's just two-party preferred crap. But
well, anyway, back onto the
topic. On track. Where are some places that you've always wanted to go that you fear that you will not get to now?
I have an interest in remote little islands. I've always wanted to go to places like Tasmania, or like I said to you before we started recording, St. Helena Island, or like Tristan da Cunha, any of those sort of areas that are small.
There's an Alaskan little community that I want to go have a look at that you can only get to via a propeller plane. I can't remember. I was watching a documentary on it, but I can't remember what it's called. But it's like a little small.
It's not Saskatchewan, is it?
I think so. That's the one. I think that's the one. And it's like this small little community, and it looks amazing. But they all help each other. They all, everyone's a great community. Little diner cafe thing there. Everything works out well. Obviously, the main source of food is fish. So better love your fish.
I could live with that. I love fish.
So,
seafood.
and I would guess in those cold temperatures, you would have the fresh of the freshest, like it would be so fresh all the time.
One of the reasons I picked St. Helena specifically is because I like the whole historical colonial vibe. Old buildings and that's why that's probably one of the only things I like about Sydney is it still has some of the colonial buildings, like the QVB. QVB in the CBD is one of my favorite buildings ever.
Yeah, it's just got a historical sort of story to it, and I love the country towns like that as well, because you go out country and you see all the historical buildings that are still there, or the old post office that's no longer in use but's been turned into a museum. And I sit there and wonder, why doesn't someone just make these buildings work again? Like, turn it into a working building, a post office or a cafe or a restaurant. You don't have to revamp the historic building itself. Just revamp the inside in terms of, flooring or tables, or moving all the old shit out that is broken and tattered away, like old tables, old chairs or something, and put them in a back of storage to then put the new stuff into, so people can enjoy the building itself instead of having cobwebs and dust all over these buildings that you're essentially letting to rot away anyway.
This is leading me to something else I read the other day. Do you remember the actor Shane Jacobson?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Danny guy.
Yeah, Kenny. He bought a pub in Victoria a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
For exactly that reason. He wanted that what I would call it, a history hit.
Yeah.
But then also do it up on the inside. What is it? It's the Dedarang Hotel in Northeast Victoria.
Oh, well, there you go.
He
so it's a hotel as well.
Well, Victoria and New South Wales, we call pubs hotels, even if they don't have rooms.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
I think it's to do with the whole poker machine thing.
Yeah, okay.
Because I know you guys don't have poker machines in your pubs, do you?
I think some of them do that are licensed, but a lot of them now, due to gambling laws and restrictions and how tight it is, they have got rid of them. You used to be able to go to every pub in Australia and there'd be for sure a gambling machine in the corner. But now you've got to have a liquor gaming license. It's got to be heavily regulated. There has to be payouts, otherwise you get complained on. And some of these machines were being rigged to just have the in-house win, so these people would be losing money consistently, or you'd get compulsive gamblers in there coming and spending their whole paycheck on it and not winning at all. So the regulator said, right, casinos are the only ones allowed to have it, or places like a TAB or a pub that has been operating for a certain amount of time.
They're a necessary evil. In my opinion, because they help keep the cost of drinks down here. Especially if you go out happy hour, like you go any time outside of happy hour and drinks are like $8 to $15.
Yep.
Right. You go in happy hour, it's like $6.50 for a beer. Which sure you'd pay a shitload less than that if you just went to the liquor store, but
that's it.
That?
What's the fun? And that's the same. We spend so much on shopping, and you would think, you could go to the pub for that.
The other thing is the amount of money these pubs make off the pokies alone. Like they essentially keep the pubs running here.
Yeah.
You go into most pubs here now are nice. They're open space, family friendly place. Sure, they're bloody gentrified, and I hate that. But I can take my kids into the pub. That, like I said, nice wide open area. It's all modern. Not only that, but the local pub is probably sponsoring a couple of the local football teams as well because of this money that's coming in.
Correct.
So I think in a way they're evil, but they're a necessary evil.
Yeah.
Although,
especially if the money's being reinvested.
Yeah. It would be nice to go into a pub that doesn't rely on them. And even a pub that does rely on them and doesn't try and sell you on them being inside the VIP room,
Yeah,
let's face it. Let's face it. You're not going to come across any real VIPs in that room. You're not going to go in there. There's going to be fucking Hugh Jackman in there.
They're just sitting in the corner.
He's not going to be sitting in the corner there signing autographs. Not at some back country Edinburgh pub.
Yeah, no, exactly right. Exactly right. So you got it's good and bad. It's double-edged sword, really, isn't it?
Yeah. But I have another question for you before you go. Right, this is something I want to integrate into the podcast. Right, I'm going to present you with two cartoon characters. Right?
Okay.
Between Popeye and Mickey Mouse, who would you most want to fuck?
Oh, Minnie Mouse for sure.
Mickey Mouse.
Nah, Minnie.
And the rules are the cartoon, you're allowed to do anything to them and they're allowed to do anything to you as well.
Oh, anything? Oh, in that case, I'll choose Popeye. I'll just tie him to the bed and go out fishing. Easy done.
He'd be sitting there sadly singing, I'm Popeye the failure man. I'm tied up in my caravan.
I eat my cans of spinach.
He went out fishing. I didn't get to finish.
Yes.
Well, anyway, I suppose we've got to give a few shout outs. We've been on air for a bit.
Yes,
so,
we have.
Like I mentioned,
and our new time slot is only going to be 30 minutes after the next couple of months, because Riverside.
Well, let's see if things improve for us money wise. Maybe it won't.
Maybe it won't. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Even though we're splitting costs, it is still very expensive to run this podcast. It's still costing us upwards of $60 a month to run. So that's why we always mention
it's $40.
$40 a month to run. And that's why we always mention jump on to On Track Meals to grab yourself a great hearty meal, and use the promo code in the zone 10.
And seriously, even if you only want to go on there and order one thing, you can go on there and order one meal, and it's $9.99 for the meal.
$9.99 for a meal. You can just order one thing.
It's a single. How often does it cost you less than $10 to go on a lunch break if you're not bringing your own food?
Like if you have to go to the service station, you're going to spend at least $8-9 anyway buying a pie and a drink. If not, you're going to spend more.
Quality food,
and it's not even quality. Whereas on track meals, you get quality. Yes, you don't get the drink, but you can if you want, because they provide Milo or some other form of drinks. There's a few different options.
They provide Milo, teas, coffees. They have a deal with Dog and Gun Coffee, which is really good.
Yeah, it is really good. So jump onto On Track Meals as well and have a look at all
the servo are you going to get 10% off your meal?
Yeah, exactly right. How often do you walk in a servo? You never will. You never will. You'll get some special deals every now and again, but the consistency is never there. Jump onto On Track. Even then, it's still
cheaper to go to the supermarket and it's shit food.
Now, this is a sponsor that we do have a deal with. However, we only profit if you go and use the code word in the zone 10 at the checkout. And even then, it's only a small little commission that we make based on what your order is. And you're also getting quality. We use it. We use the products.
Swagman goes out camping. That's the entire reason his name's Swagman.
That's Swagman. That's the entire reason.
I mean, you go out camping, you use that shit all the time with your gold prospecting.
Prospecting.
We got to talk about more of. We got to talk about that more.
Yes.
And I'm a bus driver, so I can never rely on my meal break being near any sort of restaurant or a servo or anything like that to get food. So
you could be 3 hours out of town. Where are you going to find a cafe 3 hours out of town?
If I take my own food, I've got no means of refrigerating it. So
exactly right.
You want to take something that's going to keep well in the meal bag.
Yeah, and I can confirm On Track Meals can handle the most harshest of environments. I've been out, way out in the outback. I was down in and a little cottage in the outback that was all rusted and taken away by the weather conditions, and all you would see is emus and foxes. Bye-bye. And bye-bye. And all you would see is literally landscape upon landscape. You're talking of temperatures of 45 plus. And these meals are just sit in the back of your camper van or your camper truck. And yeah, they were fine. All I did was add a little bit of water, 10, 15 minutes, bang, had my meal ready.
And not only that, if it's a particularly hot day, like you just said, you don't have to cook it. You don't have to heat it up. The food's already cooked.
It's already cooked. You can just eat it from the bag.
Just eat it straight out of the bag if it's that hot.
Yep. You can have whatever variety you like. So On Track Meals in the Zone 10 at the checkout to receive your 10% discount.
I was thinking I might save up a little bit and then do a promotion.
Yeah.
In a couple of weeks' time. Maybe get one of those 3-day buckets like we got last time.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome. We'll do a big promo.
Run another raffle or something through the Facebook page.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome. Let's do that.
Would be pretty cool.
Yeah. So for those that don't know, we do have a Facebook page. It was essentially used just for traffic control, but we have since decided to change the name, which I did have to get rid of a few different people there because they all complained about it. And I thought, if you're going to complain, then you may as well leave. We have nearly 7,000 members. Losing a few 20, 30 here and there, it's not really going to hurt us.
That's it.
6.9 thousand members we've got. AI has been enabled. The Facebook page is Shonky Traffic Controllers and Community. So yes,
emphasis on the and community.
Yes, and community, meaning you're going to get news articles or promos or giveaways, and this way you will find potential spam. This way you will find good information on there, not just relating to Shonky traffic control stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's right. Anyway, that being said, let us go and get on with our afternoons. And we will let these people go on and get on with their Friday mornings because that's when this is going to go up. Take it easy. It's been nice to hear from you.
Take it easy, guys. Enjoy your week. And we'll see you on the next episode of Tuesday.
Everybody else, enjoy your weekend because it's going to be Friday.
Yes.
All right.